You know, Business Week magazine recently named Arlington, Nebraska, the second best place in America to raise a child. Now, Arlington, Nebraska is a small village in eastern Nebraska. I'm sure you've never heard of them before, but you're going to learn about them now. And to learn about Arlington, Nebraska, this very idyllic jewel of a village community, the best place to start is at the top. That means we're going to have to talk to Tom Brown. Please welcome Tom Brown, ladies and gentlemen, right here. There you are.
How are you doing?
Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining me right here on WOWBIZ TV. Tom, you've lived here in Arlington your whole life, right?
Yeah.
First of all, just synopsize for a second. A lot of people don't even know about Arlington or what it's like to live in a community this small, a rural community. Tell us a little bit about it. How many people live here? What goes on around here, huh?
It's a community of about 1,300 people. We're very centrally located. We're 5 minutes to Fremont, Nebraska, which has a population of 25,000 people.
Okay.
All the shopping amenities you could want. We're 20 minutes from West Omaha. I mean, that's...
So it's starting to come together for me. So you kind of have a rural, serene environment out here, but you're really actually pretty close to medium and large cities.
Small town living with all the amenities of a big city.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what... We're considered maybe a bedroom community.
Okay, all right.
But
good.
That's just the way it is. It's a nice community for people to raise a family. The kids should feel safe. They do. They are safe.
Yeah. It's not just feel. It's just, I mean, there's statistics and all kinds of interest. And not only are they safe, Tom, but they do real well in school, don't they?
They do. We got a real good school system. It's very, very good, very well thought of school system, and the kids all do real well. And my kids graduated from here. I did. My parents did. And
so your roots go deep.
Yeah.
And people actually come. This is important to know. People, and we're going to talk a little bit more with Lynn Johnson down the road here. She's going to run the school system. We're going to talk about this. But people come from outside the community to bring their kids here. Not a lot of people, but some do this, don't they? Because it has quite a reputation.
Yeah.
Now tell me this. What is the positioning of the community relative? I mean, for instance, Omaha, is it a commuter community? Is that really what this is? Is that what you call the Arlington, is kind of a commuter town?
A lot of people do commute to jobs in Omaha or Valley or Fremont.
So it's a little bit of a bedroom community.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay, all right. But there's a little bit of a business base here as well.
Yeah, there is.
There's some people spend their money here in this community. But let's talk about the people. I think that's what's really interesting when you talk about one community versus another. Tell us a little bit about what's the heart and soul of people here. How do they react with each other? Relationships and all that kind of stuff. What's it like to live here?
Well, the people are very close. We've talked about this before. The volunteerism in this community is unbelievable. I mean, everybody is willing
out there and does it.
You bet they do. There's so many examples that, just for example, here about 10 years ago, we, in the village board, we talked about getting an air conditioning system in the village auditorium, which is used for a lot of village functions. Sure. And there's this group of elderly women that go down, that meet every Tuesday down at the coffee shop. They call themselves a coffee clutch. Okay. And they heard about this project that we were trying to, raise money for the air conditioning auditorium, and they took it on their own, and within about a year they had enough money raised to supply the air conditioning in the auditorium.
See, to me, that's spirit. See, that's an intangible. You know, a lot of people, we look at the budgets and the money and the projects and the taxes coming in. We spend our time thinking about this stuff, right? And that'll get you so far. This is my theory. I want you to debate this with me. That'll get you so far. But it seems like somehow there's something extra and invisible or intangible there. That to take it to the next level. I think you just gave me an example there.
Another good example is we needed some repair or some serious repairs to our village swimming pool, which we're very proud of. Okay. It's an older pool, but it needed some updates.
And I bet it's well used, huh?
You bet every summer. That's a hot spot in the summer for the kids.
Yeah, yeah.
And we had another group of people get together and decide, well, we're going to try to raise some money and awareness of this project, and I'll be doggone if they didn't apply for grants and do all the research into it, and we ended up
got it done.
You bet they did. I mean, a fantastic swimming pool now with a splash pad for young kids, which we didn't have before. And
actually, there's some research now that these pools and stuff are really important for these communities.
They are.
To kind of keep the culture and the focus going in the summer.
It's a hot spot in the summer for Arlington. It really is. Kids really enjoy it. And it's like Jeff said, they can go down there on their bike and no problem. I mean, you just can't do that in a bigger town. The sense of community, and it's a safe community.
Oh.
We're located in a very economical, a good economic area right now, and very sound economically. And
Tom Brown, this is such an interesting thing you're sharing with us as you paint this picture of this community, because America is struggling with a lot of things. Yeah. And I don't think you really know that. You live in this community here, and you may not be as aware of it as others are. But I'll tell you what, I mean, the Trayvon Martin violent thing a few months back happened, and people sit around and say, how did this happen? How do we misunderstand each other so badly, right, that somebody actually ends up dying because of a misunderstanding? And so I just have to congratulate you as leader of this community to keep this community as transparent and open and receptive to each other as we were talking earlier. And so these kinds of misunderstandings don't get out of hand.
It's a very safe community for children and families. It really is.
Tom, as we, excuse me for interrupting, as we wrap this up, and I know you kind of officiate over different meetings and try to make sure that a lot of infrastructure, some basic decisions are made here. And as the leader of the community here, what goes through your mind as you're listening to these people talk about various things, the school and the churches and upgrades and spending money? What are you thinking to yourself after it all dissolves? Are you saying, boy, this is amazing that these people are bringing this forward, or aren't I lucky to be here, or boy, what a huge responsibility I have to make sure this thing just keeps going?
All of that.
What's going through your head?
It's all of that. Everything they said tonight about the volunteerism and the community pride, and it's very truthful. It's a great place to live. It really is a great place to raise a family, and can't go wrong, I don't think.
Okay. All right.
It's great.
Can't go wrong. I guess that's the end of the interview right there. Can't go wrong. Mr. Tom Brown, ladies and gentlemen, he's the mayor right here, chair of Arlington Village Board. Thank you so much, Tom Brown. Thanks so much. Great job. We'll be right back here on WOWBIZ TV. I'm Lynn Hinderaker. Thanks for watching.